That's the reason it's calming and helps you to feel more at ease. It's because it's getting that out of the way. Let's turn off all of those wheels that are turning, because it's not serving me any good right now. It's just keeping my veins and capillaries all squeezed. When the subconscious takes over, it does what it's supposed to do and will allow the sympathetic and parasympathetic, or the autonomic nervous system, it allows that parasympathetic nervous system to take over, which is your safety response and having oxygenated blood carried from head to toe in every vein and capillary. Okay, when the sympathetic nervous system kicked in, that's your fight or flight when you have a stress response. So we always want to have our parasympathetic system as much as possible. It's not possible all the time. We wish, but we just don't live in utopia. Okay, so we want to have as much time with that parasympathetic mode happening. And that's when we let our subconscious mind take over. So that's, in essence, why it's so important to relax. Because once we shut that off for a while and get it relaxed so that the subconscious mind can do what it's supposed to, then your body and your mind can repair and rejuvenate as nature intended. So, Monica, let me ask you, when you use the CD at night, and do you feel like you get better sleep with it? A little bit longer? Okay. How does your morning go after you've listened to it?
My morning actually goes pretty good, and I wake up in a good mood, actually.
Do you? Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Now, what about when you get to work?
When I get to work,
Have you noticed any differences in the way you respond to things, or the way you're able to deal with things that come up unexpectedly?
Mainly in the mornings.
Mainly in the mornings, because it's fresh?
Yeah. By the afternoon, then I start getting stressful and tired.
Well, we have a lot of data coming at us all the time, and so that can mentally fatigue us, which can in turn chain reaction for physical fatigue. So it's very helpful to have that version, or even shorter versions available for you so that you can listen on a break or at lunch to kind of rejuvenate that as well. Rejuvenate your relaxed state, if you will, because you can't listen to it too much unless that's all you're doing all day long. You can't listen to it too much. It will help you to kind of it's like an accelerator or a booster throughout the day as well, in order to keep this under wraps and let that parasympathetic system do what it needs to do and help you have a more relaxed reaction to what comes up unexpectedly. So what about you? After you listened to it, what did you notice?
Well,
the next day.
I didn't listen to it. I listened to it at night before I went to bed, and yeah, I was relaxed the next day.
Okay, very good.
I mean,
you feel like you got some quality sleep from it?
right. Yes.
Very good. Here's something that is really interesting as well. When we reach REM sleep, we will go over everything that happened in our day 2 to 3 times. That's where those bizarre dreams come from, because it's REM state, sleep, where we dream. You'll go over everything that happened in your day, at least 2, and usually about 3 times it'll cycle. But things that you were thinking about the last 30 minutes before you actually drifted off to sleep will cycle 15 times. So if you're sitting there, you're laying there on the pillow thinking about all the wheels turning and all the things that you need to accomplish, or, well, that conversation didn't go that well, what was she thinking? Especially those negative thoughts, it just cycles at least 15 times during REM sleep. Guess what? That's repetition. That's one way that we're programmed. That's why we wake up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning. Be careful what you think right before you fall asleep every night. Another reason it's very helpful to fall asleep to some type of peaceful, tranquil music, or a self-hypnosis recording, something like that, to keep those positive thoughts and images in your mind, so that when you do drift off to sleep, those last 30 minutes will be something positive to repeat over and over. Now, another little trick that you can do if it's not convenient for you to listen to your CD at work or at wherever you are, if it's not somewhere that, can't put my iPod in. One thing that you can do, those deep breaths, okay, placing your hand on your stomach. And if you'll do it with me, I'll show you really quickly. All right, now we can't be a girl about this and suck it in and just breathe like this, okay? Normal breathing is allowing your belly to pooch out because your lungs are inflating and then releasing it, okay? And if you will just follow your breathing and focus on your breathing for 90 seconds. Follow your hand, feel it going up and down. Breathing in through your nose, fill your lungs completely. And then exhale, just slowly out your mouth. If you'll do that for 90 seconds, it's like a reset. It will reset your mind, reset your body. It's forcing that oxygenated blood, which will also signal your digestive system that it's okay, keep working. It is very important. Our whole body is one big system full of little bitty systems. And if one of those little systems are not working correctly, it kind of throws everything off kilter. Okay? So one FYI, when we keep ourselves in a stress response state, that blood's also shunted from full access down through your digestive system. So if you've ever had those days when things just didn't go well in the morning and then you eat lunch and feel like it set like a rock on your stomach, it did. It did. You didn't digest. That's the reason it feels like it's there, because it's still there. So the unpleasantness of it, though, is, you know, after hours of it sitting there in a warm, moist place, you can imagine what can happen, fermentation and all that good stuff. We have acid indigestion, GERD even, to some points. And you get home in the evening, I feel like lunch is still sitting like a rock, but I better eat something because I'll be hungry later. And then we have some indigestion or acid reflux after dinner. Yeah, we're digesting 2 meals at once. So all of the acid in the fluid is working overtime in order to digest all that's there. All right, if our digestive system is not working properly, your immune system will deplete as well, because the majority of your immune system is controlled in your intestines and your digestive system. It has good bacteria naturally. And if the good bacteria doesn't outweigh the bad bacteria, we start getting sick. We get a lot of colds, sinus infections, congestion, or even worse. Okay, so stress is very, very harmful to the body. We must have relaxation every day. Every day. And one easy way to do that, take a few minutes a day. Just breathe, 90 seconds, and do your reset. You can also, if you're about to speak in front of people or have one of those moments that's anticipation, you can just tell yourself, make some saliva in your mouth. Or, you know, think of a jalapeno pepper or lemon or something like that, and it automatically you get a mouthful of saliva. That will also signal your digestive system, it's okay, go ahead and work. And things will continue to work in those smaller systems and keep on going, and it will help the oxygen to flow throughout your body.